Funk Show. It's about that time. Andy Ruiz has agreed to the basic terms to head to Saudi Arabia for a rematch with Anthony Joshua. What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. Make sure you smash the like button. Also, subscribe to the channel for the latest and greatest in boxing. If you want to become part of the gang, notification gang, please hit the bell icon. Shout out to the super chats, channel donations, the Venmo donations, and the Patreon family. We working. Also sign up for ESPN Plus. There's a good fight this weekend, Kovalev versus Yard. Helps the channel. I am an affiliate, ESPN Plus below. Now, shout out to Mike Coppinger. Also sign up to The Athletic. It's a subscription-based service, and they have a write-up and the details, the deets, about Ruiz Joshua 2. They were the first ones that I seen really break the story. And it says, sources, Andy Ruiz has agreed in principle to head to Saudi Arabia for a rematch with Anthony Joshua December 7th after receiving a new financial package. Full details and storylines to watch now that Ruiz Joshua is moving forward, right? Again, make sure you guys check them out, sign up. They're working hard. Sources, after weeks of balking, Andy Ruiz agrees to head to Saudi Arabia for a Joshua rematch after purse increase. And then you can't see all of it, but there's a 40% off sale to subscribe. So that's the latest. It looks like they're going to fight, and they're going to fight in Saudi Arabia. So Joshua it looks like he had some type of clause that stated that they can maybe do the final say. But I did a video, and ironically enough, I did a video last night, and I upped it this morning. And I said in this, it was actually a video about what you see here, and I'm just going to kind of quickly recap after. But I said, Joshua, if Joshua gives Andy Ruiz more money, Team Joshua, and or the fight gets canceled, and or if the location gets switched, then Ruiz has won. So as far as I'm concerned, Ruiz has won, not won the fight. Obviously, he has to get past that and prove it wasn't a fluke. But what I mean by won is he got something that it doesn't sound like he was necessarily entitled to per contract, but by holding out and trying to fight for it, him and his team, he ended up able to get more than what he was worth. Now, I don't see, this is the thing. I still think Saudi Arabia is kind of a remote location for it. I know they're trying to make it look like it's this new mecca of boxing, but it's just, people got to get used to it. It's not a location that's known for it. Not everyone's versed with the customs and the law of the land and stuff like that. So there are people who won't be able to travel. They're going to end up watching this fight from their homes or whatnot. Especially Ruiz's people. I think it's more inconvenient for Ruiz's fan base out of Mexico and California and stuff to travel 16 hours out of California or 25 and a half hours if you're coming from Mexico, going to Saudi Arabia. So, they're going to have to cheer him on from afar, most likely, most all fans. But in my opinion, I think it was the totality. I think Ruiz's team, they seen how much money that was being offered, for the site fee alone, let alone DAZN, let alone Sky Sports and whatever else. And they were just like, hell no, we're not settling for what he previously had agreed to, which was around $9 million for the rematch. And good on Andy Ruiz and his team. Like I said, in my opinion, Andy Ruiz has won. First of all, he won just because he's living a whole ass new life that he wasn't even supposed to be, because what if Luis Ortiz and Joshua's team came to terms and made the fight, or they gave it to Michael Hunter or Dillian Wyatt or Trevor Bryan, then Ruiz would still be somewhere playing the background. You know what I'm saying? So Ruiz has already won. He got $1 million, some odd millions the first time. Looks like he's enjoying time with his family. He's getting a new level of appreciation that people haven't showed him for all the years of discipline fighting since he was a kid. He had moments where he was close to being homeless, according to his trainer, and considered hanging it up, and like boxing wasn't it. And through every dark day, there's sunshine after that, and that's what happened. So I feel like Ruiz doesn't really lose in this situation. Yes, now he's going to Saudi Arabia, but I didn't know exactly what it was because I'm not on his team or behind the scenes. But I think they just didn't overall like the deal, you know, and Eddie Hearn was trying to put it in Saudi Arabia, plus only give him $9 million because he had a contract. I would get a call right now. I gotta turn this shit off. So ultimately, I would say Andy Ruiz, I don't think he liked the overall deal. Like he didn't like the having to go to Saudi Arabia plus only get $9 million. So something had to give, and it looks like his team won because now he's getting according to Eddie Hearn, he signed up for $9 million based on before he even beat Joshua. So now that he was able to put up this fit or this stink, and now he's getting more money. As you guys can see, it says after weeks of balking, Ruiz agrees after receiving a new financial package. And I heard it's significantly, substantially a lot more money than he was supposed to get. So he basically forced Joshua's team to break bread. And I think that's the rightful thing to do. This game is cutthroat. You got to look after yourself. You definitely do. So this is a signal. I told you I made a video about it, but just to recap, Ruiz posted this the other day. He said, had a blast with my kids. I miss them so much, but now it's time to get back to work so I can be ready whenever we get this fight going. Can't wait. It's a blessing, but need to take care of my responsibility and win my next fight. Thank you, God, for everything, and I will do my best to put your name in victorious. And it's funny that Tyson Fury, if you see right here, Tyson Fury like put this like thumbs up, but he be like talking shit about Andy Ruiz. Tyson Fury acts almost bipolar sometimes, you know. Tyson Fury is always, saying, oh, this fat guy, and kind of taking shots. Like he just did an interview the other day, and he says he'll whoop Andy Ruiz with one hand tied behind his back, but then he's on Andy Ruiz's like post for the Joshua fight, and he putting like, yay, like a celebration, hands up, like perfect. That's a little bit weird, but that's just me where I'm from. I'm just glad. I'm glad the fight's coming up. Real talk. I think it needs closure for the fans. People are going to be checking for it now. Andy Ruiz, he got to show that he's still motivated buying cars and whatever people are trying to hold against him, that it hasn't changed his hunger, and he's going to have to duplicate it. And then obviously we know what's at stake for Anthony Joshua. He has to prove that it was a fluke and he's better, and he has all these muscles and size and stuff, that actually matters, that he can put it all together and come up with the victory. So it's going to be an interesting fight, but it looks like it's going to Saudi Arabia, but Ruiz is getting a lot more money than he initially agreed to for having this little standoff. So to me, it was worth it. It's still going to happen within the same time frame. I don't see how Ruiz really lost, especially if they have it contracted where he has to fight and they get to pick the location. So now he sweetened the pot, sweetened the deal, got more money coming, and I don't think Ruiz was ever afraid to fight him. I think he would have fought in the UK, but it's a business, so I think it was more of a strategy to psych him out, like I'm the champ and stuff like that, and then create a fuss and a divide, which ultimately worked because it paid off. He's getting more money, and Eddie Hearn had to cash out more than what he was getting. So I think they just did this to really sweeten the pot and sweeten the deal. So it was advantageous for Team Ruiz to do it because they have the same opportunity. I don't really think he was afraid to fight in the UK or afraid to fight in Saudi Arabia per se, but by using these little angles and tactics, they made sure they didn't get rolled over and just basically caught up making a lot less and something that would probably be unfair based on a technicality. So now Joshua has the opportunity. They're calling this a neutral venue, whatever. So we'll see how it all plays out. Let me know what you guys think. That is the latest. Drop your thoughts in the comments section. We definitely working. So if you enjoyed this video and want more content like this on the channel, you can show your appreciation by going to the PayPal donate button or the YouTube support button, and you can donate any amount that you feel is equivalent to the value of this video. Much more to come. Thank you guys for your support. Boxing Ego, the future of boxing.